man.
Yeah.
He's really tough right now, and his submissions are just phenomenal. And I think he'd be a good guy to fight.
Yeah. Yeah, you're from a pretty good camp too. You're out here in Fit Knowles Bar in Albuquerque, and you've got some good up and coming fighters that I mean, people are starting to look at them now. You want to talk a little bit about your teammates a little bit, and maybe kind of plug them, because I know you've got a great camp that you're working with, and you've got some guys that are starting to come up now.
Yeah, we got a wild bunch coming out of there. We got my buddy Ox Wheeler, who's just a phenomenal fighter. He brings a real unorthodox style to the ring, and he just comes to finish every single time. Toby Johnson's got a killer submission game. I think he's really going to do big things here in the future. Gerald Lovato, really always tough, real aggressive. Matt Priest, I don't know, the list goes on and on and on. But Fit NHB is really producing some top fighters and some upcoming guys, some guys you haven't heard of, but you will very shortly.
Yeah, Nick,
that's great. Yeah, I don't really know. I'm kind of out of questions at this point. I'm just, I'm really curious. I'm really curious to see the next fight. I mean, tell us a little bit about how. I mean, I don't know if it's set yet or whatnot, but this is going to be your fight in June is going to be on cable, and you're going to be fighting. We don't know who you're going to be fighting yet, obviously, but is that something that you're looking forward to do? Is fighting in front of a bunch of people on free TV, or tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, this is kind of going to be my North American debut. I've been on TV kind of in some different places, but now I'm going to be on cable, and that's really big.
Yeah.
And it'll be defending my title, my new title that I just got, and it's going to be an awesome fight, and I am going to be well prepared for it. And
so it's in June. Is there an exact date yet, or?
I'm not quite sure. I'm
not quite sure.
Not too good with details.
So you're going to be just show up to fight. So it's April now. You'll start training in the middle of May, probably.
I don't know. I'll probably start training here this week. I don't
This
know.
week?
Yeah, it's what I like to do. I like to be in the gym and doing stuff. I enjoy going in and wrestling and hitting bags. It's just not necessarily like a hardcore training regimen, but just staying in there, staying sharp.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of contract do you have with the WEC right now?
I had a four fight contract. I just did my first fight, so I have three more fights under my contract, right. And it's over about a year and a half.
Now, when I mean, it's kind of looking to the future, but I mean, since we were talking about everybody being under the same umbrella right now, Pride, UFC, WEC, is there any particular direction that you want to go as far as your career?
Straight to the top, man. Straight to the top.
Wherever that is, you want to go there.
So no particular organization, just whatever's gonna.
This MMA thing evolves, I think that these different organizations, I think it's going to be whoever's the best of the best. Now that Zuffa owns kind of everything, I think that we possibly have the opportunity to find out who's really on top.
That's a good point, because there's ever since I started watching MMA years ago, there was always that thing. Okay, Pride fighters, UFC fighters.
It's better than UFC. UFC's
King
better
of the
than Pride.
Cage.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, yeah, that and everything else.
I don't know if King of the Cage ever really got that big, to that level, but.
Right, but the question was
minor league show.
Yeah, minor league show. But the question was, which venues have the best fighters, and this is going to be a great opportunity to see that. Just kind of on just out of my own curiosity, interest, are there any fights that you would like to see? I mean, I personally would love to see Dan Henderson, fight at 185 again against somebody in UFC. I think that'd be a great
fight.
a
Rich Franklin or somebody.
Yeah, I think that'd be an awesome fight.
Or Anderson Silva.
Good point. Yeah. So, anything that any fights that you'd like to see in the future between the three organizations?
I'd like to see maybe everybody wants to see Vandalay and Iceman for sure.
That would be a good fight.
That'd be a good one.
Well, let's talk a minute for about UFC 69 that's happening this weekend in Houston, Texas. You've got Diego Sanchez taking on Josh Koscheck, and I'm kind of thinking maybe this is going to be the fight that's going to overshadow the GSP Matt Serra fight, just because. Now, not taking anything away from either one of those guys. But, I mean, there's so much bad blood brewing right now between Diego and Josh Koscheck. What's your thought on all this? I mean, being that you know Diego.
Well, I've trained with Diego, and he's a different kind of animal. and I know that Josh Koscheck's good, and he goes out there, and he's a great competitor, great athlete. But, I think Diego's just got that mental edge, and I see Diego finishing.
Completely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I see Diego finishing him.
Nice. What do you think about the GSP Serra? Does Serra have a chance? a snowball's chance? Because most people are saying no.
You know, I mean, I think he's a crafty guy. He's been around in the game for a long time. I know GSP is just phenomenal, and he's
sick right now.
He's super explosive. But you know, I wouldn't count Sarah. I'm not saying that I think Sarah's going to win, but I think he's going to do better than other people think.
That's exactly what I think too. You know, people are all about GSP is going to just walk right through him, and I think that is a possible outcome. For
yeah,
sure.
but I mean, look at what he did to Matt Hughes. I mean, that people are saying he's going to walk right through him because I mean, you look at what happened with Matt Hughes, and I mean, he blew through Matt Hughes like he was nothing, and Matt Serra is not even close to a Matt Hughes.
Well, he may not be as good, but he's also not the same fighter, and so
good point.
You never know what's going to happen. I mean. You saw the fight with Shoney Carter and Matt Serra. Matt Serra got knocked out by a back fist from Shoney Carter. You know,
shit happens.
Case in point.
Yeah, it does. All right.
So yeah, it'll be a good fight for sure. I'm not counting anybody out.
Well, Carlos Condit, thanks so much for coming in and being on Cage Talk. We appreciate it, man. You're welcome back anytime you'd like to come back. And we'll definitely talk to you again before your TV debut.
Absolutely.
On the Versus channel. We'd love to have you come back in.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks for having me in, guys. Anytime.
Thanks a lot, Carlos.
We got Cage Talk.